Man, I wish I could do some deadlifts right now, but I ain't got no hands.
Don't worry, citizen. I've got your back.
Dolly Man?
It is I, Dolly Man.
Whoa, where did you come from?
Yes, citizen, I come to those who are in need.
Legends speak of your lifting crusades. It is quite magical.
I shall teach you the way of the dolly lift.
Please teach me your ways, Dolly Man.
Dolly Man to the rescue!
Welcome back to Self-Built. Today I am showing you some awesome ways you can train your lower back without needing your arms. All that you need is a fancy little shoulder dolly. I got one of these a long time ago, not for working out, for moving furniture, you know, what they're meant to be for, but I've been exploring new ways you can work out. A long time ago, I tried this cool harness that would hold the weight up higher on your body and you wouldn't hang on to it. And it was a really good way to hit lower back, hamstrings, a lot of cool things. It was an old school powerlifter guy. He had a lot of cool trinkets and toys. And it occurred to me, this could be a pretty cool substitute for that, and it's super cheap. I've seen them on Amazon for like 20 bucks, so I'll throw a link in there real quick. But let me show you what you can do with this thing. You don't need any fancy equipment. All I've got on the bottom of this is a chain, and I've got it wrapped around so that way it just won't slide around and fall, so it's a little more stable. And then I've got one of those DIY loading pins, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attach these together, throw some weight on there, and you can train your lower back with a couple different variations that I'll show you right now. I've got my pin loaded up, and I've got it on a footstool. You don't have to have it that way, it just makes it more convenient to get in and out of. All you do is just attach right here, and then get up, step away, or waddle, however you want to do it. And then just pretend you're doing like a normal deadlift, except you don't have to use your hands. And that makes it pretty cool because it takes a lot of the other muscles out of the equation. So it helps you focus even more on getting your lower back. Or if you want to train hamstrings, just focus on different muscles. So you can train a couple different ways with this. But something that I really like is you can adjust how much depth that you want depending on how long of a chain. For example, I can either lengthen this chain, or if I just want to be real quick, I can just throw length onto the top of here, back up, and then that way I can't go any lower than that. So you can train specific ranges of motions if you're wanting to do more of the lockout area in a deadlift, or just focus on that area more. You can really do it however you want to do. You can also change your depth on the fly. You can bring your stance a little bit closer. That way you're able to drop a little bit lower, just like that. Then you can reverse it. If you're like, okay, I'm tired, let's just focus on a little bit less depth. You can do it that way. A couple neat tricks that you can do is when you're all loaded up, when my hands are free, I notice that when I go up towards the top, I lose a little bit right about here. I start to lose a little bit of tension. Way to remedy that is I'll put my hands under this buckle, so that way it puts the weight a little bit more in front of me. So that way you can see it gives me a little bit of a leverage disadvantage and it pushes the weight forward. So that way I'm still getting some good muscle contraction right now. So there's a couple tricks that you can do to get the most out of this. And you don't need as much weight as you're going to be deadlifting because it has the weight up higher on your body. So you're getting less leverage advantage as opposed to having a barbell down here and using like your lats to help support your lower back. You can of course flex your lower back. You can of course flex your lats to give you a little extra support, but you'll notice that you don't need as much weight. Let's say you're wanting to do some advanced deadlift training, you want to do some deficits. All you got to do is just step on a platform, because I can't tighten this or shorten this up anymore, and same with that. So just got to make myself higher. That way, squat down, and of course, lighten the weight, feel it out. Last thing you want to do is hurt yourself. So I've lightened mine a little bit, You can't really change your stance on the fly as much. I mean, obviously, because you're on a platform. But now you can really get a deep stretch and do some good deficits if you want to. Just make sure to keep good form. One thing to watch out for when you do lighter weight, if you're going kind of quick, you'll notice that this will swing a little bit. So just try to keep it under control just to limit that instability, unless that's what you're going for. So just a couple extra tips for you right there. Go nice and low. And cool thing is you can also use since you don't have hands in this video, you can use your nubs and you can push off on your knees as a spot when you get extra fatigued. So there's a lot of cool advantages with this thing. I'm just kind of playing around and coming up with some fun things with this. You're not limited to just doing that loading pin. If you don't have one or if you don't want to do it, cables are a great option too. Just use your lower cable pulley, load it right on up, and then just make sure you're nice and easy. Cables give you a unique advantage because that way all you have to do is just back away and then you can get as much depth as you want. So you don't have to be on platforms this way. It also eliminates the need for holding your hands out because, yeah, I'm feeling it. A lot of fun applications with this. All my deadlifters out there, get yourself some shoulder dollies. These might be a good idea if you've got any sort of injury to your hands, if you have any sort of injury or nagging pain that's hindering you from doing traditional barbell or dumbbells, or if you just want to try something different, give these a shot. This is a lot of fun. I'm going to do these a lot more in the future. Jeepers, mister! I never thought these would be so great. Thank you so much, Dolly Man.
All in a day's work, citizen. And remember, kids, always get your protein in before sugary sweets. Dolly Man, away!
Man, what would we do without Dolly Man? That is the end of this video. I hope you did indeed enjoy it. Hopefully this convinced you or gave you some cool ideas of some things that you can do with your shoulder dolly. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be brainstorming, see if I can find any more cool exercises with this, and I'll share it with you guys if it seems worth it. This one's solid. This is a good one to be adding. Can't wait to see a bunch of people at the gym with shoulder dollies, and people are like, what the heck's going on? Are you trying to like move the equipment around or what? Oh no, Dolly Man has got our back. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in for more. Maybe Dolly Man will make some more visits. Who knows? There's only one way to find out. To watch more of Self Built.